Hey, what's happening out there, everybody? Figured I'd burn a doober, roll a doober up, and sit down with you and talk about disclosure. You want to light it, man? You good? All right. Marijuana's really the best, isn't it? I mean, they try pretty hard to give it a bad name, but I think we all pretty much know. It's a sacred herb, man. It's been used for a long time, for a lot of different stuff. So full disclosure. Full disclosure. I thought I'd make a video and talk about this because a lot of people seem to not get it. You know, there's a group of us out there, and you know who you are, and we get it. You know, and we're co-creating an awesome future. But some people, they might not get it. You know, they're like, well, when are we going to get full disclosure? When are they going to give us full disclosure? Well, the whole concept is there's a whole hidden truth, man, a whole hidden reality, a lot of hidden activity, a lot of hidden beings that are being deliberately kept from us, you know, while kids are deliberately dumbed down in these ridiculous educational systems, shit like that. So the full disclosure movement's not something that you just follow on Facebook, man. You know, we've all seen them chemtrailing the skies and poisoning our air. You know, you got people in Flint drinking out of 800-year-old pipes made out of lead. You know, they poison our food, the GMOs, shit like that. You know, so it's not something you're just gonna, well, let me know how it turns out, and I'll check on Facebook and click like every now and again, and let me know what happens and when we get. Let me tell you something. The whole idea behind this is that you have power in your consciousness. Okay, everybody knows that. They knew that in ancient times. That's why everybody's dumbed down so much, to keep you on the farm, right? If I was to imagine something, like a little red ball, to really focus on it, right? I would create a barely audible signal, right? The power of my thoughts would create a barely audible signal. What happens if millions of people could focus on that? You know what I'm saying? Like, then we become a great machine that can create anything. You see, that's how it works. That's why when they talk about co-creative consciousness and all that, right? Where's people's consciousness at a lot of times, man? Sitting in front of the TV, right? Thinking you're clever because you know the answers on Jeopardy or something, right? Watching the news, thinking that's the real world, man. The truth is, it's not the real world. You know, they've painted a version of reality that's completely false. And people, by their own will, hop right in, set up camp, build a house, and they're like, party, yeah, you know, this is reality, you know. It's not. You know, the truth is you're a lot more than what they say, man. You're more than just a physical, right? Your thoughts, by definition, are not three-dimensional, right? Your soul is not something they can scientifically say and put in a jar, dude. You know, so full disclosure is not something that you're just gonna come check on every once in a while and think it's gonna turn out cool, man. Full disclosure is about being the person, man. Being full disclosure yourself, man. You know, everybody you talk to, everybody you interact with, you tell them what you know, man. You know, a little bit of it. You know, a little bit of it, man, and you gotta be the friend with it. You can't just go around, no, you can't eat bacon because they're poisoning it and they treat the animals horribly. They're just gonna be like, and you're being an enemy to the truth, dude. If you go around beating on people and building up their resistance, you're working against everybody, man. So be cool with it, dude. It's more important to not say anything than to make someone close off to the whole idea. You know, when I first started hearing about a lot of this stuff, I had a friend of mine, and he got into Alex Jones and all that stuff, and loudmouth guy. And every time I come over and smoke one, man, the guy just beat me to death with it, man. Be like, and it's like, and the whole time he's smoking cigarettes. He's got a bunch of 2 liters of soda on his floor, man. You know what I mean? Like, and he's telling me, oh, and it's like, so, you know, and it made me not want to hear any of it, dude. I thought, well, it's all bullshit. And that's where I was, you know, oh, it's all bullshit. And so don't go around beating people up, man. Because a lot of people, what they really want, you know, it's not truth and that, but they want an authority figure to come out on TV, man, and tell them. They need that, like, because that's what we're conditioned to right from day one. Go sit in class and watch the leader or watch the authority figure, you know. If you get in trouble, you get sent to the big authority figure down the hall and the other room, you know. Authority figures, man. The world's full of authority figures. And you know what? Not a damn one of them's any smarter than me, man. They're not any smarter than you. They're just people in the system, man. So don't look to authority figures, and don't go check on full disclosure once in a while and click on there, oh, I don't see it happening. Because as far as I'm concerned right now, I guess I'm waking up every day, man, in complete awe and gratefulness at what our group consciousness has done so far. Do you realize the kind of truth that has come out so far? I mean, it's the kind of stuff, you know, people, I heard them mention like a crack in the dam. Dude, no, it's all, the world's changed forever now, man. The information that's gone on, and just because they have not announced it to you on TV doesn't mean shit, you know. It doesn't mean a damn thing, you know, and they're not gonna. They're all lying to you. They're all working for the forces that want to keep you dumb, dude. So no, they're not gonna come. You know, and as far as I'm concerned, I've been following the narrative and following how it's going to unfold, and it's unfolding just like they said it would. You know, they talked about a catalyzing event that would make everybody ready to listen, and then, you know, there's groups of people out there that want to dump the truth, man, big data dumps of the truth. Well, they decided to scale it back, you know, because a big, huge, all-out data dump, and the bad guys can just hit the kill switch on the internet kind of thing. Or they can do something real bad, like, you know, nuke the fucking California or something. Who knows? Right? But they're going to be a little more clever about it, and they're just going to take little jabs, man. Just like stick and move, man, you know? So, but what they're hitting hard, and what they're putting out, I mean, if you're not up on Pizzagate and Pedogate and all the others, that's just the tip of the iceberg, man. And man, just go on WikiLeaks yourself, you know. As soon as I got down and access to an internet connection, I'm going to download that Vault 7 myself, and I'll thumb through it myself, man. You know, because it's just, that's what you got to do. You got to be involved in this stuff. And I realize you can't go out and single-handedly overthrow, you know, you think the whole world's against you. It's not, dude. The whole world is with you, man. The whole world's just like me and you, dude. They just might not know it yet, right? So you got to go out and you just got to be cool. You got to be the cool guy. Who are you going to listen to, man? If you walk into a room and someone's like, I mean, no, man, you're going to go sit next to the guy that's like, yeah, man, I see UFOs, you know. Pretty cool, you know, this and that, tell them, you know. But don't hit them with the whole, you know, reptilians, Nazi thing all at once, man, over a doob, you know. I mean, you got to stretch that kind of stuff out, man. It's funny, I've heard him say, you know, I heard Dave Wilcox say, oh, don't give people the whole dump in 10 minutes kind of thing, and that's exactly what I've always thought. But then I got to thinking, because I was stoned, you know, and that's what that's what you do when you get stoned. And I was thinking, man, it would be cool to make a video where I did the whole data dump in like 10 minutes, and like just like, so I'm doing that, man. But I got to do it from a notebook, because let's face it, there's too many fine details and nuances to nail all in a on the fly kind of thing, right? So you're taking the info to people, man, and you want people to listen to you, man. You know, you want to plant those seeds. I got guys on my Facebook, man, and they're pretty hard cases about stuff, you know. And I remember this one guy, he just thought everything was conspiracy theory. Well, first of all, I hate that word. That's stupid. That's like calling like all the 80s music like hair bands. You know what I mean? Conspiracy theory. Like, whatever, man. But he was a hard case to crack, and I was real patient, and I just worked on him. I chipped on him about 9/11 and little things like that. And one day he decided he was going to listen to me, man. One day he started asking me questions, and some guy bursts on there with like 3 big long messages. You know, people that type those big long messages about reptilians and exotic weaponry and blah blah blah. Shut the guy right down, man. Pissed me off. I took them both off off my Facebook. So man, be cool about it. Be cool about it. And when you're taking this to people, I think it's important to do it with no expectations, man. You know, we're all like a bunch of little kids, man. You want to go out and you want to tell a room full of people and you want them to like start planning, changing right now in front of your eyes, dude. It ain't gonna happen like that, man. 99% of the time, you're gonna say shit to people that might change their life, and you'll never know it. You know, they'll never tell you. You know, for different reasons. You know, some people might be too proud to tell you. So don't worry about it, man. Don't have expectations. Don't be like, oh my God, I told them about the reptilians, I told them about Dave Wilcox, and I told them, and they still won't listen to me. And, you know, I'll tell you something, man. My parents, they didn't really want to listen at first either. You know, and my dad, he had this typical response, you know, people have, you know, he didn't want to even look. You look out the window and yawn and like, oh, sigh, and like he didn't want to hear it, man. And you know, I just kept talking about it, man. What is it, a couple years now? And once you bombard people with enough of these facts, they start seeing, man. They start seeing. You get them to watch a video about, you know, once they understand the false flags and the level of corruption, and now you got the whole Pizzagate evidence to show them. I mean, people can really see, you know, and it's not just about UFOs, you know. That's like, that's part of it, but you know, that's a small part. And another thing, our next topic I'd like to discuss with you is, please be careful what you share, man. I know, like, we start hearing about something and you see it, and then all of a sudden the internet's full of stories on it, man. And I'm guilty of it. A lot of times I'll click and share stuff without reading it, and sometimes I get burned on it, you know, because I got guys out there that they're listening to me now, man, and they're taking the shit seriously. And if I post a bunk article, they're all over my ass. And I look bad. So don't make me look bad by posting any kind of clickbait stuff like that, man. Try to read through it. Let's try to just, you know, keep the information that we're circulating. Even if it looks just like, you know, I like Stillness in the Storm, man, and Justin and them, like, they put together good stuff, man. You know, you can count on it. And if they don't know, they'll tell you, man. You know, they're not trying to sell you nothing. It's a good, reliable source of information, and it's a good thing to get your friends, hey, man, subscribe to this. You know, they subscribe to, like, the Full Disclosure 1111 page, man. They're going to get a lot of that stuff. They're going to get the stuff that I put on there, and other great people, just amazing people on there. You know, the FDN group is coming together. You know, a lot of people don't realize it, man, but a lot of us like-minded people are connecting and coming together on different projects. You know, and I think that's important, man. You know, the power of our consciousness, right? So you put your mind, here's the whole key. I want you to listen real close right now. You put your mind to something that you love. You lovingly put your mind to something that you really love, that is actively fighting against the corruption in these people, these wicked, evil people. Because here's the thing, if you don't stand up and fight in a way, and I'm talking totally non-violently, then you're consenting. and you're going along and you're just as bad as they are. Karmically, dude, you'll get tied right in with these fools, man. It's happened before. What do you think's going on in the world today, man? You know, there's people that have been caught up in this for 75,000 years. You know, you can believe it or not. What's up, Bennu? What are you doing, Ben? He's attacking the sunlight. Come here, Ben. You gonna meet everybody? And, you know, another thing, man, is about beliefs. You don't have to have rigid beliefs, man. Why do you have to have rigid... I believe this, and I'm going to go argue with you on Facebook and prove you wrong over it because I'm right, and, you know, who cares? Man, nobody cares. You know, I don't have rigid beliefs at all. But I've put together a real good picture of what's probably true based on what I've seen, what I've learned, what I can discern by listening to people in various fields and listening to talk, you know, like on YouTube and a lot of these UFO experts. For one, that's one subject. You know, I've put together a good picture, man. And where, if you live in the TV world, there's like, oh, there's a strange encounter here once in a while, and that's it, right? And maybe there's a group of like, look like little grays out there, and whatever. Maybe they abduct people. Who knows, right? But in reality, humans have all kinds of contact with other beings, man. And not just like they land in your backyard in a spaceship, but no, man, like when see, we're dumbed down, but the you know, the species that are ahead of us and they're not dumbed down, dude, they telepathically interact with people. That's what they do. And in fact, you'll find that most of the intelligent universe is based off of consciousness, man. The technology works on consciousness. People realize that your whole planet, you realize when your whole planet is together focusing in a certain way, you can change the actual environment of the planet. You can believe that or not. I don't lay out all the facts and the research that I've come to on a lot of stuff I say, so you can either just, you know, but it's the truth, man. It's the truth. So your thoughts every day are everything. Everything. They're so important, man. They're like, anyway, so if you can just think of that simple words in your head, man. Like, I'm grateful just to be alive. I'm grateful to have my little buddy Bennu, Benny Bear, Benjamin, Bushy Bear. Yes, my cats have several nicknames. So we know what's probably true, man, based on if you do your research out there. And it's not hard to go separate what's bullshit on the internet and who's on there with an agenda to sell you something, and who's really trying to tell you information, who's got, you know, it's not hard to put together a picture, man. And so I've put together a pretty wild picture of everything that makes the reality that we've been taught from TV and school look like a complete joke, man. Right? So again, man, full disclosure is about focusing every day at 11:11. At least. You say full disclosure now in your mind, and you say, I'm ready to know the truth. And it's so funny how all the stuff I'm learning now lines up so good with stuff I learned when I was younger, reading books, you know, on different things. I read books on witchcraft and the runes and all this stuff. And I remember something. I don't even know where I got it, but I know for a fact that saying or thinking something 3 times in a row has magical significance. I don't say magical, energetic significance. It's really not magic, dude. It's energy, mind energy. When you do rituals, you're focusing your mind energy over and over again, right? When you light candles and focus your intent and have incense, it's mental energy. It's all the same thing, you know. I know that to be true. I mean, I know that to be absolutely true. So a lot of people, you know, they hear about all this stuff and they're like, well, what can I do, man? What can I do? Dude, that's so easy. You just say simple words in your head. And you say, you spread as much knowledge as you can, and you try to raise your vibration. What's the Sphere Being Alliance message to humanity? Are you guys familiar with the Sphere Being Alliance and Corey Good? And that simple message, man, that a lot of people are just going to overlook. They won't get it. About raising your vibration, about being service to others. You know, the Law of One, I don't know if you're familiar with that. But that was the whole thing, man. I read halfway through, a book and a half in, and I admit I still have to read the rest of it. I'm horrible about finishing things. I'm horrible about finishing books. But the couple things, you know, and a lot of people are like, wow, it's hard to understand this and that in there. Look, I'll tell you the points that I can remember always. You know, one thing he said was that in regards to that, was that what's relevant to you will stick out. It will stick with you. And it did. What it did. And what's relevant, what I say, is you gotta do what here's the important thing, man. Do what you love. In the moment, try to be in love in the moment. Try to love all creation in the moment, because it's all the same, right? Like, we're all one being, divided, and everything is the one creator kind of thing, right? And so it's just, that's it, man. You don't have to be disciplined and climb a mountain and anymore and sit and starve yourself for 5 days. All you have to do is have words in your head, dude, and then think them in a repeating pattern. And if you can do them at the same time every day, you're golden, man. You got the golden ticket. What? Are you guys familiar with the energetic event and the solar event that's coming, man? I mean, you can read so much of this out there, and there's a lot of old schoolers, you know, too, that have nothing to do with this new information that's coming. They don't know Dave Wilcock or Corey Good, but you listen to them, dude, and it's all the same sort of thing, man. Only you just take into account that when someone says this group or that group or this star system or that star system, really, this could be anyone, and it's probably maybe even the inner earthers, you know, because the world's full of different races of people, right? And they'll interact with you by, say, well, we're from a star system way out there, because they don't like to know they're living, you know. And you can't blame them. You can't blame them. So at any rate, let's wrap this up, because we're approaching 22 minutes and you're probably not still with me, but this doobie is, which shows you that's really good shit. So what you want to do, man, is inspire wisdom in others. Inspire wisdom in others, man. You know, how do you do that? You know, you don't do that by telling them, no, everything you think's wrong, and you got to see things my way, man. You inspire them, dude. Don't want to know the truth about something, and then you bait them. It's an art, man. It's an art. So, and it's the whole thing, man, because if you focus your intent, man, if you focus on like what you love, and that's why I think I'll tell you right now, and it sounds like I'm not trying to brag, but I think I got the golden ticket, man. And I'll tell you why, dude, because I love music. I've always loved it. And that's what I'm doing, man. I'm making music about disclosure. I'm trying to tell people about things, man. And you know, I've changed my diet, man. I don't eat meat and stuff anymore, man. I don't want to eat the drugs, and I don't want to eat the animals that have suffered, and I don't even want to eat animals that didn't have to suffer, man. I don't eat, you know what I mean? Like, I just eat like watermelon and stuff. You know, and I've done all that stuff, man. And I'm just trying to go inside and do my own work, you know. And like the Law One says, just live in love in the moment, dude. I've tried to get my house clean, man. See, Taylor around house. Okay, well, I guess that's not. It doesn't look clean, but it is. I've organized my stuff, man, so that every day I can just focus on my art projects and what I want to do, man. You know? How do I want to focus my mental energy? And I still watch TV shows and stuff like that, especially stuff from the 80s that reminds me of being a kid. I love that. Even though a lot of those shows are full of bullshit and mind control, and they really are. And I could make a whole nother, and I will make a whole nother video on that. In fact, I could easily make a video of that, of how they make fun of certain things that I've just told you, like your mental power. Do you remember the Cosby Show? Do you remember that episode where Theo was like, and they come in and they're laughing and making fun of him? Oh, I'm trying to do something with my mind, you know, kind of. Oh, that's just a big joke, right? That's exactly the way it is, though. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny how that's exactly the way that it is? Well, anyways, folks, I suppose I'll let you go. And if you hung with me this long, you must really be a friend or a fan or something. So thank you very much, and have a great day, everybody. I hope you get something out of my video. I just I have stuff going through my head, and I'd like to connect with you guys. And sometimes just typing it on Facebook, you don't get it, man. You ain't looking on your phone, bouncing down the road. You're not gonna get what I'm trying to say, man. So hopefully in my videos you can get it a little bit better. You can see my cats and what a pain in the ass they are, and how I must just have to go through this every day because they never leave me alone. Anyways, man, love and light, everybody, and have a good one.